It is finally here. Chapter 229 of Black Clover is finally here. The time skip, the 6 months later, the Naruto to Naruto Shippuden, the Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, the One Piece to New World is finally here with Black Clover, baby. I've been waiting for this chapter for all my life. Okay, let me not get that crazy now, but still, okay, like, yo, I can't believe it. I am so excited to talk about this chapter. Asta going in, the nation of Spade making moves, war is a brewing. Let's talk that Black Clover greatness. I'm so hyped right now.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
That's right, people. We finally have reached the time skip, and this chapter was definitely interesting. It seems as though Tabata was so excited, and I don't want to say in a rush, but definitely wanted to showcase a few of the different glow-ups, a few of the different time skip redesigns, so to speak, because let's start off talking about the cover page, which I don't want to talk too much. In case you missed it, I already had made a video when the spoiler of this page dropped yesterday, but essentially we get to see 4 characters: Nero, Noel, Mimosa, and Asta with their new character designs, and yeah, Noel with the bust, Asta with the buff, and the other 2 is like, man, you can still have a little lust. Hey! But it was interesting because despite getting all of those designs, the 4 of them, the only one from those 4 that we see in this chapter, the first chapter of the time skip, is Asta. But man, is it just me, or did it feel like, opposed to the time skips we've gotten in Shonen Jump historically, where it's like, okay, re-inviting you back into the story, even Bleach's time skip back in the day is like, you know, a little slow pace. Black Clover does not play. Black Clover's like setting things up. Yo, y'all gonna get a few pages of some awesome setup, and we getting into the shits, people. We ain't taking no slow nothing. It is going straight in, because I was like, damn, Asta already going into action. Like, what the hell is going on? So we start off with some of the baddies from, I'm imagining these are people from the Nation of Spade, because the Nation of Spade, this chapter reveals they on the move, baby. But they in the Grand Magic Zone between, this is the boundary between countries, and they're in like some floating fortress. And if they wanted to 100% portray that these dudes are some nasty, evil demons, like truly fitting of the name, this chapter did just that. It already started, and these are grunts. This is not like we got into Magicula already or anything like that. We got into some of the grunts that are using this fortress to move around between boundaries and stuff like that, which I'm imagining, again, maybe I'm off and these aren't people from the Nation of Spade, but after what Loro Pechica, which, damn, I remember her name, but the Princess of Heart and Gaja, what they were talking about after those events, it seems as though these are potentially people from the Nation of Spade, because they're already making moves into the Heart Kingdom and the Clover Kingdom. But what we witnessed in those first few pages and stuff like that, these people are no joke. They're draining people, regular people, of their mana to keep this fortress going. So that's already step 1. Like, okay, these people are disgusting. They don't care about human life. Gave me some reminiscent vibes of like Magi when they were stripping Magoi of the freaking, you know, normal people or whatever. I was like, okay, these people are pretty nasty. And then we'll get back to those people in a second, because we get back to Loro Pechica and Gaja. And Loro Pechica, her foresight is ridiculous. Like, she has seen things. They have a close-up of her eyes, whatever. She has seen things all over the place. The fact that she's gathering intel that, oh shit, you know, the Nation of Spade is making moves to the Clover Kingdom. The Nation of Spade is making moves into the Heart Kingdom. She is no joke with what she's able to see. So definitely giving more and more props to her. But right there, we had just, which I like that about Black Clover. And it's always historically been like this, which is why the anime has to constantly pad things up, because it's just so, let's go, baby, let's go, this, that, and the third, let's go. Because they are building up like, man, you know, even though he don't got no mana or whatever, and he's a dark tier, which once again, they're continuing to push forth that Asta and of course Nero, even though they didn't mention Nero, they're part of this dark level that, you know, you can't categorize them, because in particular Asta, he got no mana, but he's a monster. And the way they were just talking about it, like, yeah, you know, all this training did him some crazy good. Like, he's ridiculously strong, and, you know, just building things up. It feels as though alone, if this was classic shonen storytelling the way things used to be, we would have had alone probably ended off with just seeing Asta like at the end of the last page of the chapter or whatever. But Black Clover was like, nah, we're not doing that, fam. So it goes from the build-up of Lord Pachika and Gaja just talking about how awesome Asta's gotten, how strong he's gotten being with them, and then we just see something flying by, and I'm like, yo, when I'm reading the chapter, I'm like, yo, don't tell me Asta learned some trick to flying or something like that. And this chapter, man, like, this dude, like, yo. Because then we come back to these dudes that are just monsters, that are just draining people of their mana and stuff like that. And this is where I was like, okay, strike 2, 3, and beyond of this is why these people are no joke. This is why these people are considered devils, demons of the nation of Spade, assuming again that these are parts of these people that Lord Pachika and Gaja were talking about, that they're already on the move towards the Heart Kingdom and Clover Kingdom. A woman with her baby, she's like, no, you know, he's just a child. And they strip her naked, and I felt like, yo, wait a minute, am I reading Berserk for a moment? I know Asta's sword is the Demon Slayer, but am I reading Berserk right now? Basically, they were like, well, you know, you can offer up the goods with your body. I'm like, fam! This is why I say that Shonen Jump is way past the days of being kiddie by any means. Like, yeah, Yuki Tabata loves him some Berserk because it was about to be a rape scene right there, and it was freaking bananas. Like, that is how you show, like, you think of some of the most messed up things, and this is the mindset of a writer, and I've been writing my own manga with a company lately. We're going to be hopefully launching it next year. And when you're brainstorming, how do you make somebody seem like a pure incarnate of evil and messed up, just a bad guy? And you take some of the darkest things that humanity can do, and that's some of the stuff that they can do. So automatically, and these are grunts, it's not like this is, again, you know, top of the cream, you know, level zeros of the Nation of Spade or dark tiers or anything like that. These are grunts, and look at how messed up they are. So when the Demon Slayer slams and Asta goes into work, yo, Asta, beast, loved it. Oh my gosh, he is riding his Demon Slayer. I don't, honestly, and maybe it's been done before, and of course comment below if you've seen it before in anime and manga and a story in general, but he's seemingly flying on his giant sword, throwing that shit, seemingly can control it to a certain degree. He still said he hasn't mastered it or anything like that, so there's still a lot of room for growth for him, cool, whatever. But yo, Goku back in the day was riding the Nimbus, baby, a flying cloud, which, don't get me wrong, I love me some Dragon Ball, you can't tell me no wrong, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't shitting on it by any means. From the Nimbus cloud to a giant freaking humongous ass sword with Asta, baby, it slams down and he's there like, yo, seeing his character design in actual, you know, manga motion, not motion, but you know, just seeing he is humongously jacked now, like humongous. He's right there, big advancement that they showed alone, that he's able, opposed to like how Yuno would ride his broom and Asta was always like, you know, ground bound. He couldn't really ever do anything as far as hopping in the sky. He had no choice. Now he has the Demon Slayer and he seemingly could somewhat control it and, you know, ride that thing to wherever he needs to go. So he don't no longer need to rely on the people to, you know, just hold on to them. Oh my God, let's go. This is great. I love it. It's, you know, small inklings already. Like, we get the big character design reveal and we get a small inkling of like, here's something new that he can do. Like, I love that about Black Clover. It doesn't waste time. It doesn't go slow. And don't get me wrong, sometimes that's a great thing too when you go slow, because the build up ends up paying off dramatically. But it's like a payoff almost every chapter, baby, because Asta goes into action and I'm like, ah! Because in an instant, in a flash, Asta bodies the leader of that little crew right there. And he's like, come at me, y'all. Like, yo, y'all want me killer? Get at me, dog. Like, yo, I loved it. I loved it. It was so, like, mind you, with the chapter, and there's still a little bit more to talk about the chapter, but we didn't get anybody from, you know, the Black Bulls or anything like that other than Asta, aside from the main page. But what we got already in the first chapter, this is a different type of, Black Clover is a different type of story. It takes your classic shonen elements, it takes your classic shonen tropes, and puts that Tabata sauce on it. I think that's what we're gonna call it from now on, the Tabata sauce, okay? Because it was like, it wasn't wasting time. It wasn't like, and And Asta already did some damage. Asta with the Demon Slayer, that panel, the page where he slashes the dude down, it just shows that. And this is, you know, small work. This is just light work. This is just an introduction to the time skip, and Asta is already a beefed up monster. I can't wait to see where it goes. And then of course we cut to the end of the chapter. The orphanage. Sister Lily comes out because some dude fell and collapsed there, and it's already making me think, so what the hell has been going on these past 6 months? Because as he's there about to lose consciousness seemingly, he says, Master Yuno, and then the chapter ends and they're like, who, you know, the text says, who is this guy? So definitely huge plays. Now it's making me wonder, okay, Master Yuno, did Yuno conquer something and he has a bunch of subordinates now? Has he become the leader of the Golden Dawn at this point? I think him becoming the leader of the Golden Dawn is what a lot of people expect, and maybe Tabata might do that, or they might make it that Yuno started his own little thing. What if Yuno started his own mage guild separate from the Golden Dawn, and now this is one of his people? And if you gotta think, Nation of Spade, from what Loro Pechica said in the beginning of this chapter, if they're already making moves, this guy is probably one of Yuno's followers, if it's like, you know, from the Golden Dawn or his own Knight Squad or whatever. And probably the Nation of Spade is making moves into the Clover Kingdom too. The thing is, you gotta think, Asta right now is exiled from the Clover Kingdom. So is he gonna come back to the Clover Kingdom to then go to the Nation of Spade? How is that gonna work? Either way, it's hints at, you know, there's a glow up for Yuno. He obviously, if he has somebody calling him Master and it's not the little fairy, you know what I'm saying? He's made some moves as well. Overall, the first chapter of the Black Clover time skip, chapter 229, beast, a different type of beginning for a time skip, very fast paced, all up in your face. It feels as though, again, Tabata did not want to make us wait dramatically for all the other characters. So he was like, I'll give you a color page with some of the other characters, you know, Noel and Nero and Mimosa, which makes me think, if the most dramatic change was Asta, second with Noel, then maybe Yuno has a dramaticer change. Like, is dramaticer a word? But a more dramatic change. Maybe his hair is way long or something like that. I don't know what he's gonna do. I hope he doesn't do something corny and make him have like a really corny short haircut or anything like that. I know in Japanese culture that's to symbolize growth when they cut their hair or whatever, but give me a radical Super Saiyan 3 looking transformation for Yuno, and I can't wait to see things. Two of the things real quick before we wrap this up. One, Asta looks a lot like Yami, and rightfully so. That's his, you know, that's his leader, baby. Like, he looks like a little Yami with the buffness, and then in the little design where he has like the way his cloak is, you know, his Black Bull's cloak is worn, very reminiscent of Yami. And also, quick, a little mistake that I made in my spoiler one. The scar on his stomach apparently was from the Mars arc. I don't know how I tripped up on that one, but yeah, crazy. Loved it. Curious what you guys think about this for the first chapter of the time skip of Black Clover. How did you feel? Did it feel different? Like, I had some type of, I guess, different expectations based on all the time skips I've seen in shonen manga. I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna get the last page, Asta will show up, or, you know, we'll see, whatever. And it was like, no, here you go. You wanted time skip, baby? You want a new Asta? Here you go. The overall thoughts and expectation for where this war against the Nation of Spade is gonna go. Why do you think that guy was down on the floor saying, Master Yuno? Obviously, it's more than likely that the Nation of Spade is on the attack and they are now invading the Clover Kingdom. Do you think that Yuno has his own group now, his own squad? Is he running the Golden Dawn at this point? Because you gotta remember too, William Vengeance was forgiven by Julius. So is he gonna make William Vengeance, after being forgiven and everything, step down and allow Yuno to take his spot? Or maybe Yuno was granted his own squad, and that's gonna be sick, because I would like that. I think that would shake things up again. Everybody's expecting him to be the leader of the Golden Dawn. Give him his own squad or something like that, but we just gotta wait and see, baby. And your overall thoughts and expectations for the future of Black Clover with this time skip that just started from chapter 230 and beyond. Where do you see things going? It's moving, baby. It ain't playing around. It ain't standing still. And I freaking love it. I love it. But that's all I have for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell. Get all notifications for that Black Clover greatness. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links, of course, are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And one time for me, baby. Say it with me. This was that Black Clover, greatness! Ah!
Enjoy the next ride, but I was the best ride. But I